Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we untangle those super dry corporate filings to find the dirt, or maybe just the plain old facts. Today we're diving into Faraday Future Intelligent Electric Incorporated's latest update, and let's just say it's got a few interesting bits. Get ready to decode some electric vehicle drama. Before we start, if you want to keep getting these simplified corporate breakdowns, make sure you're subscribed. And hey, we have a Discord community linked in the description below where we chat about all things stocks and business. Scroll Form 8's cruel, so this is a Form 8K filing. Think of it like a special bulletin from a company to the public, especially when something newsworthy happens that isn't part of their regular financial reports. This one's dated the 7th of December 2025, and it's mainly about a press release the company put out. This report also touches on their stock. They have class a common stock, which essentially means it's one type of stock they offer. The par value, which is tiny at just $0.0001 per S-share, is more of a legal formality than anything that reflects its actual market price. And then there are these things called redeemable warrants. These are like options that give people the right to buy the company's stock at a specific price in the future. What's wild here is the exercise price for these warrants is a whopping $110,400 per S-share. Usually warrants are for much smaller amounts, so this price point is incredibly high. It suggests that the company expects its stock to reach a very high valuation for these warrants to even be considered valuable. Scroll emerging growth company Future Intelligent Electric Incorporated is checking the box as an emerging growth company. This means they are a newer public company and get to follow slightly different rules for financial reporting and other regulations. These companies often get a bit more flexibility as they're still finding their footing. Scroll item 8.01 other events. Scroll moving on to one of the main events here. Item 8.01 essentially says other events, and in this case, it's all about a press release they issued. Scroll on the 7th of December 2025. Faraday Future Intelligent Electric Inc. issued a press release containing the founder and global co-CEO's weekly investor update. Scroll on the 7th of December 2025. The company put out a press release. This release contained the weekly update from their founder and global Chief Executive Officer to investors. So this filing is really about sharing that update with everyone. It is a way for the company to communicate directly with its shareholders about what has been happening. Scroll 99.1 press release dated the 7th of December 2025. Scroll and here is the exhibit 99.1, which is the actual press release itself dated the 7th of December 2025. This is where the real meat would be if we were digging into the press release details. This specific 8K filing is essentially just documenting that this press release was issued. Now, let's look at this from a broader perspective, like how Warren Buffett might. This filing is very light on financial details, which is common for an 8K focus on a press release about an update. We don't have detailed income statements or balance sheets here. What the company is communicating is a weekly update from its leadership. This tells us a few things. First, it shows they are trying to keep investors informed regularly. That can be good, showing transparency. However, the fact that they are issuing this through a formal SEC filing implies it's important enough to be made public knowledge in a structured way. The incredibly high exercise price on those warrants we saw earlier, $110,400 per S-share, is a major takeaway. It signals an extremely ambitious long-term growth target for the company's stock. For those warrants to even be considered potentially valuable, the company's stock would need to increase by a factor of hundreds or even thousands from its current trading price. This is a bold bet on their future. For Faraday Future Intelligent Electric Incorporated, the story is all about execution. They are in a highly competitive market, and moving from press releases and updates to delivering actual cars at scale and profitably is the real challenge. The high warrant price is a huge statement of confidence, or perhaps a massive gamble. By the company's leadership, they expect to achieve extraordinary growth. The risks are obvious. The electric vehicle market is crowded, capital intensive, and subject to rapid technological change. Without seeing the specific details of the investor update in the press release, it is hard to say if they are addressing production challenges, supply chain issues, or sales growth in a concrete way. This type of update, while engaging for current investors, needs to translate into tangible business results. In conclusion, this 8K filing is less about a financial snapshot and more about highlighting a communication from leadership. The extraordinary warrant exercise price is the most striking number, indicating a belief in massive future stock appreciation. However, the real test for Faraday Future Intelligent Electric Incorporated will be their ability to deliver on production and sales, turning these bold projections into reality. What is your take on this filing and that sky-high warrant price? Let us know in the comments if you found this breakdown useful. Please hit that like button and subscribe for more. And don't forget to join our Discord community. It is linked down below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.